I absolutely love working in Canva. I spent most of my life working in things like Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, but Canva is so simple to use that it's what I've gravitated to recently, and I do like all of my assets for my other YouTube channel in it, and a lot of my personal work too. But if you work in Canva, you probably do what I do, which is jump back and forth a lot between like Canva and Photoshop, Affinity and Nano Banana, just to get assets together for the things that you're doing. Well, that's done forever. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do almost all of your design work in Canva thanks to the newly announced Canva AI 2.0. I'm going to show you a real-world workflow so you can see some of the power of this new agent model. Canva announced AI 2.0 at its big Canva developer event. I'll have a link to their full keynote video below. It's a little weird in parts. You might want to check that out. Canva AI 2.0 is in beta now, and there's a secret step that you need to join the beta, which I'll show you in a second. Canva's AI 2.0 touches every part of the Canva workflow. But now if you design anything, thumbnails, social posts, client decks, whatever you do with AI is totally different in Canva, and you shouldn't need to hop back and forth between different tools. Hey, I'm David, and on this channel I teach creatives like you how to use tools to make your life better, simply. If that sounds cool to you, check the like and subscribe button below. So AI 2.0 is a research preview, which they say is rolling out to the first 1 million users who unlock it on the homepage. You just type in activate superpowers. So the idea here is you don't pick templates anymore, you describe what you want. Turn this thumbnail into a 16:9 image for Instagram, make me a presentation with all of these images, stuff like that. One of the problems with working in like Flux or Nano Banana in order to make your prototype thumbnails is that when you're done, you have to jump into Canva and recreate them all because those are not editable assets. What Canva AI creates is editable. It can make a page with that, it can put the images in, and after you've put the images into a page, you can simply change the images by telling the AI what you want it to do. When you first join the beta, it does a study of your tone and style based on the designs that you've done, and so if I come over here to the About Me page, you can see that it's looked at the things that I've done and it has made this one sheet about me. So the cool thing is, like, I didn't give it this information right now to make this sheet. I've done other presentations in Canva and it picked that information up to make this. I'm going to have the AI help me work on this thumbnail. So I'm going to come over here. I've got the image over here, me, vacuum cleaner, boring text, boring background. I'm going to come to the Canva AI and I'm going to say, help me redesign this template. It is visually dull and doesn't really motivate people to click. Let's make a modern style thumbnail from a professional product review design ethos. While I'm doing this, I'll mention that it has what Canva calls a living memory. The more you work with it, the more that it remembers about you. It also connects to Gmail, Slack, Google Drive, Google Calendar, Zoom, and Notion. That means that the AI can pull real information and real context from the other things that you do. Let's say I had a brand guide document on Google Drive, it could pull that in. So far, let me review a few things. The title could be positioned better, the vacuum needs more presence, and the subtitle bar could be bolder. It looks like what's going on here is there's two parts to this. There's the design part that's going through and actually making the changes, and then the Agentic AI is looking at those with AI vision and saying, do I like that or not? Okay, so it's still working. The layout is solid. Dave pointing at the product works great, but the smoky background is too busy. The title is covering his face. Let me clean things up. It's a little crazy because it keeps saying it's going to take out the smoky background, and the smoky background is still there. This is why I think it's still a research preview, because it said like 4 times now it's going to take out the smoky background, but it keeps telling me that it's not able to take out the smoky background. I don't know why. Change the top title to "This Really Sucks Great" because I like dad jokes. Okay, this is looking good. The title has a trailing new line and the vacuum feels a bit small and far right. That's what I was just about to say, so that's picked that up already. At this point I would probably jump to doing it myself, but I want to show you the other things you can do. Alright, move the vacuum closer and make it larger. Put a yellow glow around it. Not too wide, more like a soft stroke. Make a top line of text in all caps in the font Enter. Quote LVAC 300, then a line break, and then "This Really Sucks Great" under it to be an H2 or tagline. Move review to the top left corner and put a white box behind it. Okay, while it's doing that, I'm going to jump over to Claude, get a summary of the Lavoid LVAC 300 and give it to me in the format that a one-sheet presentation would use. And this is the new design section in Claude just kicked in. I have never seen this happen before. This is really amazing. I was planning to do a video on this. This is a bonus. I'm going to download this file as an HTML document, and this is what it looks like by itself. This is crazy. This is looking good. I completely misunderstood what I meant about the glow. Yellow glow is reading as olive muddy. I'm going to grab an arrow, drop the arrow in, flip the arrow around. Nope, not like that. Flip vertical, size, and let's make this yellow. I'm going to come back to Canva AI, and I'm going to click plus, and I'm going to upload that HTML file. Make me a one-sheet presentation with this thumbnail as a template for the colors and the overall design sensibility. So now we learned something: HTML documents don't work. Look up the little void LVAC 300 and its specs and make me a presentation deck using this design sensibility and the info that you find. Let's see if we can look this up. Look at that. Just a heads up, this will use a good amount of your AI usage since I'll need to generate a product image for the presentation page. That's pretty cool. I like when something warns me that I'm going to spend more money than I want. It asks me if I want to clean it up. I don't really, although I do want to put the right vacuum cleaner in there, so I'll grab this vacuum cleaner, stick the correct vacuum cleaner in, and move that back behind the vacuum cleaner. And I think that's pretty cool, right? I had a one sheet made out of the specs. The one weird thing is it says that the review badge in the top left corner is now white and rounded, and it obviously is not a rounded box, but that's a small thing. I'll deal with that later. One more really cool thing that you can do that would normally take me a trip back to a different program is I'm going to come over here, I'm going to click on the image of me, and I'm going to say, change this t-shirt to a deep red color. Now I could also give it a hex code or RGB values, but let's see what it does. The people at Canva said that this is 7 times faster of a model. I don't think that's accurate. Okay, I made the shirt red. This is the kind of thing I would have jumped over to Firefly to do and then had to bring it back into here. All right, so one more thing I want to just show you. I'm going to grab the hex color over here. I'm going to jump back to my design, go back into AI, make all the boxes on page 1 in the hex code, and I pasted in the hex code instead of blue. Oh, that's really cool. I pasted in the hex code and I made a box with that hex code. That's so awesome. I prefer that blue color, but this is just to show you that you can do global changes with a line of text instead of having to do it all manually. One of the things I like about AI is that you don't have to spell things correctly, which is great because I type so quickly, I make a lot of mistakes. If you're playing with Canva AI 2.0, let me know in the comments below. If you're using Adobe's new models, let me know that in the comments below, and let me know what kind of things you've been making. This is Agent Baltic. I'm David Schloss, and I, for one, welcome my AI overlords.